Happy New Year. It is 2026, January 1st, and we are starting fresh. Last year was a little bit rough for me. I got really behind in a lot of the things that I wanted to do, but this year I'm going to make it my year. I don't have a ton of resolutions this year. I just want to kind of take the pressure off myself a little bit in some respects and just try to enjoy the things that I'm doing. So instead of getting hung up on the like I'm not doing enough, or what I'm doing isn't doing good enough, or like the success of it all, I just want to be doing it, because I ultimately can't succeed if I'm not doing it. So if I'm too in my head about things, that's causing me to not do the things, then I'm not improving, then I'm not succeeding. So I'm just trying to rein in the focus less on succeeding and more just doing, because the succeeding can come later as long as I'm doing, if that makes sense. So with that said, I do have to work today, but I have already taken some content for Instagram, and I've picked out the first two reads that I want to read this year. So first up, I am going to read The Jasad Crown by Sarah Hashem. This is the sequel to the duology of The Jasad Crown, or the Scorched Throne series. So it's the second and final book. I just finished The Jasad Crown, The Jasad Heir yesterday. It was my final read of 2025. So we're going to start off 2026 by finishing a series, which is exciting because I often just don't finish series. So wow, what a concept. Essentially for this, we have our main girl, Sylvia. She is the heir to Jasad. Jasad was completely wiped off the mat. Oh my god. Jasad was essentially wiped off the map, and they have magic that the rest of the countries around them fear, or the kingdoms around them fear, and so the people are being hunted and ultimately killed for having the Jasad magic. And so Sylvia is the heir to the throne. No one knows that she's still alive, and she has essentially been tortured into believing that she is a failure and that she can't be the heir that her people need, and so she's been living in hiding her whole life. This culminates with, or this begins with, her unleashing her magic at an inopportune time, and our main male character, Aaron, discovering her. Aaron is the Nizal heir, and he can sense magic by touching somebody, and he is sworn to bring down any Jasadi person that he finds, and he essentially convinces her to join him to be the Nizal heir in this competition that happens every year. And they are going to try and bring out these two kind of rebel Jasadi groups so that he can take them down. And there's an enemies to lovers plotline in this that's just chef's kiss. It's perfect. I don't think I've read such a beautiful and well done enemies to lovers trope than is in this series. So I'm really looking forward to continuing with this. I'm hoping that it lives up to the Jasad Heir, because that was a 5-star read for me. I do have to work today, which I am not excited about, especially since we're open like regular standard business hours. Like, it's a holiday. Why are we open regular business hours? I don't know, but we are, and so I'm doing a closing shift. So I'm gonna read for just a little bit before I have to get up and start getting ready for work, and then I'll probably check in when I get home. So Good morning, friends. It's Friday? What is today? I think it's Friday. It is Friday. It's Friday, January 2nd. And I was scheduled for a clopin. So I closed last night, which is why I didn't check in again. I got home and pretty much immediately got into bed and went to bed. And now I'm doing an open. But I'm only here till 4:30, so hopefully I will have energy when I get home and can do some things, because I have some things that I want to do today. First, I want to read some more of the Jasad Crown. I read 39 pages, so not much, but I knew that I wasn't going to read a lot yesterday, but at least I read some. And then I would like to do some writing and then just hanging out with Charlotte, because Charlotte has the next 3 days off. Unfortunately, I don't have the next 3 days off, so that is a bummer, but it's okay. But yeah, I don't have much to say about the Jasad Crown right now, because I'm only like 39 pages in. I do like that the Jasad Heir started with Sylvia's perspective, and then the Jasad Crown started with Aaron's perspective, point of view. And the cool thing about the book that I'm really enjoying is that Aaron's point of view is third person and Sylvia's is first person. So I just really like the juxtaposition of those two point of views and how they're working and what they're doing for each character. But again, I'm too tired to like really get into that. I just wanted to say hi and good morning. And we're gonna do our best to make it through this day, because I am burnt out. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I'm burnt out. I'm gonna be so for real with you. This morning was rough. Mentally, physically, I'm drained. I'm not having a good brain space day. I just drove into the parking lot at work, and when I tell you how badly I do not want to go in there, just know that I am under exaggerating. How badly I do not want to go in there. I genuinely cannot express to you how much I need a vacation, how much I need multiple days off in a row, where I literally don't have any responsibilities. But that is not for me, because I'm not a billionaire. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I didn't read yesterday. Charlotte and I decided to finish Heated Rivalry instead. 10 out of 10 show. I will probably immediately start watching it again. I've never been one for MLM romances. It's just not been my thing. There's too many men involved. But Heated Rivalry did something for me. So maybe I'll maybe I'll like dip my toes back into the genre and give it another chance, because maybe I was just not reading very well written books. Someone just pulled in next to me. Gotta go by. happy Sunday. I wasn't feeling good last night when I left work, and I wasn't feeling good again today. I have a horrible headache. I think it was a migraine earlier in the day, full of like all of the fun stuff that migraines come with, but I'm feeling a little better now. I've taken my meds, and all the things that one does, but I did take a sick day from work, and now I'm hanging out with Midnight on the couch. We did take down the tree and a lot of the Christmas decorations, which is exciting. I mean, it's sad, but like I got to put back the other things that I had to move when we put the Christmas tree up. So, I mean, small wins. We're also watching My Hero Academia right now. Charlotte is also not feeling well, so we're just really being lazy today. We're watching My Hero Academia. We're on season 5. I've already watched up to season 5, but I stopped watching at season 5 because we got into the Tomura Shigaraki backstory, and I said no thank you on my original watch, because I love Tomura, and I still don't like that bit. It makes me really sad, but we're persevering and we're pushing through because I do want to finish My Hero Academia. I was watching a lot of anime for a while, and then I kind of stopped. I got out of the habit, so I would like to go back to that and catch up on all of the series that I started and never finished. I also haven't read at all in like 2 days, so that's kind of embarrassing. It's the new year, like what am I doing? But it is what it is. Max comes home from his dad's house today, so I'm very excited to have him back. But I think that's really all I have to update you. I'm just kind of chilling and hoping that I feel better throughout the day because I feel crummy, like no energy, just like gross, just blah. It's not fun. So hey, it's Monday, and I was not very good about vlogging over the weekend, but I'm getting back into the hang of things because there was quite a while where I wasn't vlogging at all, so I'm trying to get reacquainted with like the habit, if you will. Right now I've gotten out of work and I'm waiting to pick Max up. And so I'm going to read a little bit of the Jasad Crown. I did read a little bit of this while I was at work, so now instead of being on page 41, I'm now on page 62. So I read 21 pages. So we're making progress. I also did make myself a barber shop appointment, a hair appointment tomorrow at a barber shop. It's the same one that I went to last time, and I was a little bit nervous about doing the mullet, so I kept these little bang pieces, so that if I didn't like it, I could kind of do kind of like a Genu haircut, if you know what I mean, to fix it. But I really did end up liking the mullet, so I am going to go full send and pull just everything down, and moving forward, if that makes sense. And then I think I want to get some like lines in here, but we'll see. That's really all I have to update you on. Good morning, friends. It's Tuesday and I have the day off. I was letting myself lay in bed and be lazy this morning because I thought my barbershop appointment wasn't until 11:45. It's actually 11:25, so now I'm rushing because I have to get ready to go. So I will update you when I have my new hair. Hey, here's the fresh hair. I'm literally obsessed. It's perfect. It's like everything that I wanted it to be. I'm literally obsessed with these little lines right here. Like, I I've never felt hotter. But I do have little pieces of hair just like all over me, so I am gonna take a quick shower just to get everything off. And then I got all of my charms in the mail for my journal, and then I wanted to make some, like a little chain, like charm chain for my Nook. So I think I'm gonna try and figure out which ones I want on my journal and which ones I would like on my charm. I'm definitely gonna need more, but we'll see what I'm liking. And then Max and I are gonna be doing homework. So that's the rest of the plan for the evening. But I just wanted to show you I'm literally obsessed. And then I'll show you my charms like when I get out of the shower, because it's starting to like really bother me, all the little hairs. So good morning. It is Wednesday and it is my second day off in a row, and I had my hair appointment yesterday. Then it was do a lot of homework with Max. I did get some of my crafts done, which I do think I showed you, can't remember. So today on the docket is to do all the cleaning that I didn't do yesterday and to do some writing. I did start working on like a little map in my notebook for my project. But today I would like to do some writing both in my sapphic horror and my sapphic fantasy, doing a little bit in both. So I'm gonna buckle down. I'm going to get this cleaning done and out of the way so that I can then just dedicate the rest of the afternoon and evening to my writing. It is kind of late in the morning. I think it's like 11:30. Charlotte had a closing shift tonight, so we spent the morning just hanging out together. Max also had a ice day. It was too icy to open the schools, so he is also home. So I'm gonna have him help me with some of these things that I have to get done, so hopefully it won't take me a long time, fingers crossed. But once I'm done with that, I will check in and just let you know how things go for the rest of the day with writing. But I also like to get some reading done. I haven't read in the last few days, so yeah, those are the plans. I am all caught up with My Hero Academia, so I don't want to have that on as background noise because I want to pay attention to it. So I've been wanting to rewatch Haikyuu, so that's what I'm gonna have on as my background noise. Hey, it's been hours and I'm finally done with chores. I did sit down and waste some time on TikTok, but I deserved that. I deserved that. I am going to sit down and do some writing in my new journal ecosystem. And I'm gonna grab Max and have him do some more math homework. It is 5 p.m. so we have like just under 2 hours until the Fleet game starts at 7. So we've got some time to do that before it's time to watch the girls play hockey. So hours later. I did watch the Fleet game. We won. It was too close of a game for my personal preference. It was 2-1 against Seattle. They ended up getting their first penalty play or power play 3 minutes before the end of the game. And I was stressed. I was like standing up for the last 7 minutes just watching the game. But Seattle had 5 penalties. So we had 5 power plays and they had 1. But it was stressful. It was stressful. Also, I forgot to tell you this yesterday, but the highlight of my week is that I had tagged CJ Jackson, who is the goalie for the Seattle Torrent, because I was going with I used some of their photos for inspiration for my haircut, and they liked my stories. Highlight of my week. But I did try and read like during the intermission and commercials, but I was so stressed out over the game. I read a total of 1 chapter. So I'm on page 144. It's hard to talk about the Jasad Crown because it is the sequel of a duology. So there's a lot of stuff that happened in the first book that's influencing the stuff that's happening in this book. And I can't really talk about the stuff that's happening in this book without spoiling the stuff that happened in the first book. But essentially we pick up literally right where we left off in the first book in this second one. The one thing that's different about this book compared to the last book is that we only got Sylvia's perspective in the first book. There were a couple chapters from Aaron's perspective, which is our main male character, but for the most part it was just from Sylvia's perspective. In this book we have a lot of different perspectives happening, but the interesting way that she's going about it is that all of these perspectives are third person and Sylvia's is still first person. So it's an interesting way of doing like dual point of views, having them be different perspectives, if that makes sense. But I think it works really well for the story that's taking place. But I'm enjoying it. The Jasad Heir also took me longer than I really anticipated for me to read it. So I'm not surprised that this one is also while I'm still enjoying it. I'm also going to try and prioritize quality over quantity for my reading, because I don't want to feel like I'm trying to meet a certain number. I want to just be engaging with and enjoying the books that I'm reading. So I'm trying not to sweat over the fact that it's day 7 of 2026 and I haven't finished a book yet. But anyway, it is late and I have to work tomorrow morning, so I'm going to try and read for a little bit before falling asleep, and then I'll check in probably tomorrow after work, because I'm doing I'm doing an opening shift. So good night. Hey, it's Thursday. I just got home from work and I am about to get into bed because I have the start of a migraine coming on. But I didn't want to not check in, so I'm checking in, but I'm about to turn this light off. I'm gonna chug some water. I've taken some medicine and I'm gonna hope that it goes away, or at least feels manageable to go about the rest of my night, because I had things that I wanted to do tonight. So fingers crossed. It's 5:45. Charlotte went to the grocery store to get some dinner stuff. So hopefully by the time she's back, my head is a manageable level of pain and not what I feel is imminent. Hi, it's Friday. Is it Friday? Yes, because tomorrow's Saturday. It's Friday. It is 7:30 at night. I'm about to eat my dinner, which is just rice pilaf and teriyaki chicken. But last night I was down for the count. I know I had like hopes that I would be able to bounce back. I did not bounce back. I came out of my room for about 10 minutes to eat dinner when Charlotte got home, and that made me want to die. And so I went back into my dark room and I went to bed. I was out. But I'm feeling better today. I do have a little bit of a residual headache going on, but I've got some water. I've also got some Diet Coke. I've taken some medicine, and I'm gonna hope that eating my dinner helps with that. I'm going to watch some My Hero while I eat, and then I am hopefully going to do some writing and some reading. So I will keep you updated, but let's get some food in me. Hey friends, it's Saturday. It's just like 10 o'clock at night. I worked all day, and then I came home. We ate dinner, Max did some homework, and I wrote. I did write, which is so exciting. I've also made a decision regarding my writing plans for this year. So I'm gonna hold myself accountable, but I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm gonna keep that a secret, and just hope that I achieve those goals, so that when I do achieve that goal, I can come on here and tell you what that goal was, and hopefully you will be excited with me when that goal comes to fruition. But that does mean that I have to be serious about writing every day. So I'm gonna be serious about writing every day. Also, I haven't read. Don't remember the last time I read this year, so I am gonna get cozy and I'm gonna read some of the Jasad Crown before I go to bed. I'm still on page 144. I'm enjoying this book, don't get me wrong. It is not an issue with the book, it's an issue with me. It's an issue with me 100%, but I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you tomorrow. She is so pretty. She is so pretty, and her brother's over there.